Yes, boss. See the topic, man. Oh my gosh. You're not responsible for the next person's happiness. Great way to start off the week, man. Charlie Smoke, shout outs to you for the topic, man. So here's the deal. If you never heard of this before, I'd love to break this one down for you, make it real super easy, real suave here, like, right? So if you never heard of the term you're not responsible, or the phrase you're not responsible for somebody's happiness, it rings bell. It's very true, and you need to understand this, right? You making somebody else's happiness your main priority, you're asking to take one of the biggest L's in the world. Because think about it. Happiness comes from within. So a person trying to use you as a source or a way to make them happy, that's like damn near impossible. Because you got to understand, in this world that we live in, there are some people, their expectations, their demands are sometimes unrealistic. And sometimes the things that people ask for that makes them happy, they can't even get it on their own. So I'll break it down a little bit before I go into that, right? Give you a quick example, right? Let's say a person's happiness is based upon materialistic things like money. If their happiness is based on money, then their happiness is not real. Their happiness can what? It can come and go. Remember the rules I teach you. Money comes and goes. Time is something you can never get back. So if a person loves money like that, right? If they have money, yes, they found some happiness. I don't have no money. That means my happiness can go. That means basically in a nutshell, your happiness can be what? It can be bought. Because if you know that money is something that makes you happy, it's everything for you, whatever. This is really what makes me happy. Your happiness is not really real. Your happiness is based on something superficial, materialistic. And that also means that whoever is offering probably more to you, that's what you're willing to do. You're willing to go that route, depending on what the consequences may breed, right? So understand this. When you choose to make somebody else your priority as far as their happiness, you're going to lose or sacrifice your independence. And I'm going to break that down. Let's say you're a person where you have plans or dreams for yourself, right? And this person you like, girl, boy, whoever, friend, no matter, right? You notice, because you like them so much, you're willing to put yourself on the back burner. Never do that. You putting yourself on the back burner, you're going to cause yourself to slip, slide, put yourself on the back burner where you forget about yourself. To the point where you lose independence, you lose focus, you lose sight of a lot of things. So I'm going to give you an example, right? Let's say you have a bright future. Let's say you play sports, right? And this is a common story. I know a couple people like this. Your future is so bright, colleges want you. Your name rings bells. Oh, this guy, he's one of the greatest wide receivers in his district. This girl over here, she's one of the greatest tennis players in her area. But you may have somebody that you have a like for or a weakness for, to the point where you put these people before yourselves. If you can do that, you're willing to put yourself in the back seat towards somebody else's happiness. And understand this, because you chose to put somebody else's happiness before your priorities, your needs, that means the efforts that you put forth, it can actually be discredited. The sacrifice you made to make me happy, buy me these shoes or show up to my events, it's not appreciated. Versus you could have taken the opportunity to invest in yourself. Even though you like a person, I understand confusion can set in early. We can be naive. But understand this. Choosing to put yourself in the backseat over somebody else is asking for nothing but problems. Asking for heartache, pain. The efforts I put in, it was never seen. Versus I could have put towards myself. But some people don't see it like that until what? It's too late. So understand that when you lose your independence, it's like you lose sight of the things that you want for yourself. So if you thought of, man, I want to be the next big wide receiver, I want to be the next big football star coming out of my area. If your head is not on straight and you got a girl you're so lovey-dovey for, or whatever the case may be, and you lose sight of vision, you can end up actually hating yourself for that, bro. Because why? You let one thing cost you your opportunity that you worked so hard for. Understand this. To lose your independence or lose sight of the things that you want, that's treacherous, dog. Never lose sight of the vision that you have. Never let anybody come in between the visions that you have for yourself, especially if you made promises to yourself that you want more, or I'm going to get up out of here, I'm going to change my situation. Never let anybody try and put you to the point where you have to pick, choose, and decide what comes first, you or them. At that point in time, you should put yourself first, because why? You're going to always have you. You're not responsible for the next person and their happiness and their feelings. Man or woman, it doesn't even matter. But understand this, losing your independence, that's going to cost you. As well as that, unrealistic expectations, as I stated before. Let's say somebody tells you, yo, what makes me happy is a man who calls me 24/7. They check up on me. They send flowers to me, all of that. All of these are requests. All of these are things that you're coming out of yourself to do because you're trying to meet somebody's expectations. And I told you this before. Expectations can what? Lead to disappointment. So you expecting all of the efforts that I put in, this person's going to receive it or they're going to reciprocate it. That's not necessarily true. You're just filling a void or making a person feel good. And I'm telling you this right now. You choosing to accept these challenges or whatever the case may be. It's like saying that, yo, this person at any given moment, you're not able to fulfill these expectations. They'll cancel you. They'll forget about all the other things it is that you did. Another thing into that, you going after a person that you like more than they like you, you're going to accept way more bullshit than a person who initially you don't like them as much, but they like you way more. You get what I'm saying? So it's things you have to go ahead and look into that and look into the factors. Because having unrealistic expectations and you trying your hardest to get to them or meet this person's expectations, and you may not meet them, and this person tells you, yo, this was horrible, or this was not what I expected, and I trusted you. That person has the power to break you at that point. Because why? You're willing to go out of your way to meet their unrealistic expectations. So at that point, I can tell you about yourself, or I can break you down, or I can hurt you, I can shoot your confidence down. All because why? You're willing to meet me in my what? Unrealistic expectations. So you don't want to do that, because here's the next thing that's going to be a problem. You trying your hardest to please a person. You trying your hardest to show a person, hey, I love you, I'm here for you, whatever the case may be. You're going to get what? Burnt out. If you listen to me, what did I say? Me trying my hardest to show my mom I love you, I'll do whatever for you. My mom used to take me for a ride. My mom took me for a ride like I'm an ATM. My mom used to roller coaster my emotions. My mom swindled me out of money. My mom did a whole bunch of things to me that I really and truly, it took me a long time to get over, because if I wasn't strong enough, I could have offed myself, because that's how much power my mom had. And my mom would do these things to play with me. So I said, you know what? From all of the burning out and all of the things that I've been doing, or things that I've been doing to help you out, I feel what? Burnt out. And if you get burnt out, just know this, you're basically hitting the point of no return. When you get burnt out, that's basically saying, I don't give a fuck anymore. And if you push a person to their limits to where, you know, you burn them out, watch out, dog. Because I'm telling you right now, let's say a person's been played with for years on end, and you're the last string or the last straw, and you played with this person, you did whatever. That person can turn around and take all the pain that they felt for years and put it on you. That person can then turn around and do something to you to unleash or release themselves of how they feel from people playing with them. And this is another thing. If a person gets burnt out, that's equivalent to saying, I'm really willing to probably take it there if I'm not mentally stable. Because here's the thing. Remember the rules I teach you. I dropped videos about this. I dropped videos about this a couple weeks ago. People, what? They love a good sucker. And understanding human nature, mother, family, friend, uncle, cousin, brother, it doesn't matter. Family is the first set of people that'll play with you before the world will. Because why? We know you like that. You're family. We're riding off of the fact of, yo, your blood. You're my cousin. My blood runs through your vein. That's how people try to use manipulation to see what? If I could play with you, if I could try you. That's why if a person gets pushed to the point of no return, they get burnt out. That's one of the ugliest sights. Because when a person gets burnt out, it's not just saying, yo, I'm burnt out or I can't do this anymore. I hit a point of no return. I don't care. That means, listen, I'm willing to take it there. Meaning I can be petty too. You get what I'm saying? And some people don't understand that. Some people feel like, yo, some people, they're passive. You're not going to give any pushback. Or from the BS that I did to you, or me playing with you, or me playing in your face, and now you're burnt out. You don't care. Okay, I don't care anymore. People look at other people like they're objects. You're a tool. I could use you. You're good for the job. Throw you away. On to the next tool. You can't do that with people. You thinking that you could play with somebody and a person gets burnt out, that's where a person can come back and seek revenge on you, dog. I'm telling you this shit because I know this first-handedly, bro. You get what I'm saying? If you play with people and you're playing with the right person, or you feel like, ain't nobody ever played with me, nobody's gonna play with me, I'm telling you, you do not know what's around the corner. You trying to make trying to get somebody to prioritize yourself as, oh, my happiness comes before you. Stop playing these games, bro. There's some people who've been broken like that in life, and it's like there's other people out there looking for broken people that, I'm gonna break you some more. That's not how this shit goes, dog. That's how people find themselves in a fucked up predicament, dog. That's where that saying, what you call it, fuck around and find out happens. Stop playing with people. I say this shit damn near every video. Stop thinking that somebody, because they love you, that they won't turn on you. Stop thinking that just because you played in somebody's face, they won't do it to you. You gotta stop this shit, bro. You know how many people think, man, I'm smarter than this dude, or I'm smarter than her, or whatever, until finally time reveals itself and you like, damn, bro, I wasn't really smarter than this person. But guess what? That's when reality hits. Oh shit, I've been playing with this person for years. Exactly. That's where a person can turn around and come back to you. Mind you what I said, bro. I tell this shit is a story on YouTube all day long. Besides my mom, I gave my mom some leniency because you're a woman. I exposed you and did a lot of shit. That's what kind of led to my mom not really being here as much, because it's like, remember the rules I teach you. A narcissist fears being exposed. I exposed my mom in one of the nastiest, grimiest ways that it led to my mom being in the hospital, to the point where she didn't want people to come around, to the point where she passed away. And guess what? As much as it may sound fucked up, it was screwed up, but I didn't give a fuck. Because why? I'm burnt out. You keep playing with me. You think I care? You keep playing with me. That's where people get shit misconstrued. Stop thinking because, yo, I know this person, or we've been childhood friends, or I know them, they would never try me like that, but you want to play with them? Guess what? Some people, they'll show you that they really don't give a fuck about you. That's what I had to do to my mom. And it's fucked up, and I'm over it, but at the same time, you got to understand this shit. If a person is willing to do it to their mom, what does that say? I don't care. I'll do it to you. You get what I'm saying? That's why you got to be careful out here. Do not play with people. Stop looking for people to play with. It's not a cool game. Last one, right? Stunted growth. If you play with people to the point where you cause them to miss opportunities, or my happiness comes before yours, and you know that you're playing a person, you're stunning their growth, that person probably missed out on time, or they missed their blessing, or you could have been way ahead, but you chose to stuck around with this person, and this person played in your face, or the love you were supposed to get, they never gave it to you. The shit that you deserve, you never got it. And they played with you, and it was a joke to them, like you were a ride, like a seat on the bus. I'm telling you, that's how shit gets ugly for people, dog. You do not know who you're playing with, dog. This is how people go on killing sprees. This is how people go out there who cannot control themselves emotionally, and they go off the deep end. Thank God I know how to do that. But what I'm telling you is, people aren't out here that you try to find them and let me see if you're gonna be in charge of my happiness. No. Happiness comes from within. You gotta seek your own happiness. Don't try and make somebody else, and hey, you know, your job is to make me happy. No, the fuck it ain't. Stop trying to use people, bruh. That's the fucking problem in the world. Everybody tries to find somebody to use. Everybody tries to find somebody. Let me see if I can piggyback off of this motherfucker. Until they find themselves in deep waters. That's why the world is what it is. That's why our culture is what it is. We don't practice the right things. We put respect on the wrong kind of people and use people, dog. That's the fucking problem. And that's why we'll never be able to rise above whatever expectations are set for us, or whatever it is that we think about ourselves, because we're too busy caught up in fucked up habits, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, remember this. Words can help you. They can hurt you, but here on my channel, I just want to uplift you because everybody's a champion. Nobody's a loser. Understand this. Your job in life is to what? Live your life, do things the way that you want to do it. Your job is not supposed to prioritize somebody's happiness over yours. That's how you can end up getting used. That's how somebody can steal your youth away from you. That's how somebody can rob you for every single opportunity and laugh at you when they've done the job. Then that's where you can, you can't control yourself. You can go off the deep end and throw your life away all for somebody. Guess what? They weren't even worth it. That's why I had to stop and sit down and think about certain things. Is it worth it for me to expose certain people? Is it worth it for me to really go head to head with you? Some people really aren't worth it. So you just got to chalk it up. Yo, this is a L, or I learned my lesson. Let me keep moving. It sucks, but at the same time, just understand this. If you're able to find the lesson, find the positive within the negative, you damn near won, bro. Believe it or not. You just got to make sure that you don't make those same mistakes again, so you don't end up in that same predicament, and learn how to care about yourself so you don't end up on the end of not caring that much anymore, where you're burnt out like me. You feel me? I don't really care. I just really care about doing this because I strongly believe like me doing videos like this, it's going to reach out to somebody and help them and understand like, bro, I don't want your money, dog. I've been in a state of contemplating suicide. I've been in a state where I held my pistol to my head. I've been in a state where I didn't care anymore because my happiness, I was prioritizing my mom's happiness, my friend's happiness, all type of people. Basically people pleasing. Don't do that shit, bro. That's how you lead yourself off the cliff. Off a cliff, you feel me? 444 the world, man. Peace.